Welcome back. This is Ollie Bob's Crafts on YouTube channel. Like and subscribe, comment away, let me know what you think of these ones. Today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to start in the middle of a pattern. So this is carrying on from the spider and diamond bookmark that we were making previously. The playlists are there on my channel and I'll link them below. But we are adding an extra element to this particular pattern, which is here, these markings here. So this will give us what we call Roseground. Now, for anybody unfamiliar with this is Roseground here. This one right here, with these little tiny flowers in the middle. And that's what we'll be making here. Now, it is a little bit more complex than the previous stitches that we've done. However, it's incredibly pretty. It's incredibly versatile. I have done it in the white so that you can see the actual effect of the stitches themselves. However, this particular pattern will be done with the coloured pairs so that you are able to see where each pair goes. It will look untidy and messy, however, you will be able to see clearly which thread goes where. Now, as you can see, the Roseground pricking, I've done it on a temporary pricking. You can see the spider underneath that's on the original pricking. I've added a bit of tape with the Roseground markings on there. This is the Roseground marking that I'm using, and I shall be working it in this order. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now that's a standard marking on this pricking. The actual flowers themselves, the little roses, are made, each diamond will be made individually. And that is the working diagram for that one. I will link these below. It only has 4 pins, but it does have 8 stitches to make them. The corner stitches, 1, 2, 7 and 8, do not have pins. It is only the middle diamond, which is what's marked on the pricking, that has the pins. So 3, 4, 5 and 6. And I will add the list of instructions. This is the instructions to make 1 rose. I will put those up there to remind me, but I will also link them below in the tutorial. Okay, so let's have a little look at how we can make this. Let me just organize myself here. Okay, so the first thing you need to do, we're going to do this one here. This is the first rose, and we need 4 pairs, 2 from each side. So that will be this green one, this green one. That's a bit unfortunate that's the same color. However, we'll persevere. This one and this one. The other ones will have different colors in, so you might be able to see this a little bit more clearly. However, let's go with this one. So number 1 is the top left-hand corner. So these 2 pairs here, the 2 on the left, do a cross stitch and twist. So that is cross, twist, cross, twist. And that puts up a nice firm corner. Now, this is not the only way of doing Roseground. There are many, many variations. This is just one of the more simpler versions of doing this one. So now we're going to do the second corner over here, number 2. Exactly the same. Cross stitch and twist. Twist. Sorry, cross, twist, cross, twist. Forgetting where it was there. Okay. Now we work number 3, which is this pin here, the very top of the diamond. And that one is the same as torsion ground. So it's half stitch. We'll pop a little pin in there as soon as I can grab one. And half stitch to close. Half stitch, pin, half stitch. Give everything attention. And now we're doing, so we've done 1, 2 and 3. We're now doing 4 pin and 5 pin. The 2 sides of the diamond. So again, you do half stitch, cross, twist, and pin. in that side there. It doesn't matter which side you do first, it's just this is the way I'm working it today. But if you want to come down this side first, you're more than welcome. It's exactly the same. Another half stitch, cross twist, pin, and then another half stitch to close. That gives you your top half. All that's now done. So now you come down and do number 6, which is the bottom pin. So the 2 in the middle are working this bottom pin, which again is half stitch and a pin, and then half stitch to close. As you can see, your little flowers now forming quite nicely, and then you just have to do the 2 bottom corners, so 7 and 8, which again are your 2 on each side, and they work cloth stitch and twist, but no pin. Cloth stitch and twist on that side as well. Okay, as you can see, your little flower is now formed, looking very pretty there. I'll just zoom in a bit for you so you can see that one. There you go. Okay, zoom out a little bit. So now we're going to do this one here. Now, as you can see, because they come down on a diagonal, the top right hand corner is already done because it forms part of the last rows. So that bit is already done. You can put those ones right out the way, pop a pin behind those so they stay there, and you need to bring down another 2 pairs. So this time we've got gold and red, and we have dark green and light green. So hopefully you'll be able to see the thread path through this one a little bit clearer than you did before. So exactly the same again. So you've done the top corner. You need to do the other top corner with these 2 pairs here. So that is cloth stitch and twist, cross, twist, no pin, no pin. And now we're going to do the diamond. So you start at the top of the diamond for this pin. Sorry, it's wobbling. There you go. Okay, so we're doing half stitch. We're pinning right in the middle at the top of that diamond, and then we're doing another half stitch to close the pin, and then we're going to do this side and then that side. So we do another half stitch here, and pin that corner, half stitch to close the pin. Give everything a little tug, little tension here, make sure everything's sitting in the right place, and then we come and do this one here, this pin here on the end there to the right. So we're doing half stitch, we're pinning, if I can find a pinhole, there we go, and then half stitch. That's the top half of your rows done. Now you need to come down and do this bottom point. So half stitch, and we get a pin, and we pop it in there, and we do half stitch to close the pin. And now all that's left are your 2 corners, 7 and 8. So we'll do this one first. This is cloth stitch and twist, remember. Let's come untwisted. Okay, cloth stitch and twist, tension. And then these 2 are cloth stitch and twist and tension. Okay, as you can see, the threads travel from the right hand side, top right down to bottom left, and they'll do the same from here, top left down to bottom right. Okay, let me zoom in on that one. You can see where the threads go. Bring that up a little bit for you too. See, so the red is twisted around, the green's twisted around, the yellow's gone to the bottom, and the green's gone to the bottom. And that is how we're working that one. Okay. So let me just go the other way. Okay, now we're going to do this one here. This is the next set. So these 2 here, bottom left of this one, they're finished with now. You don't need those anymore because you've done that, the 2 flowers on that side. But this one, you'll need for this one here. So those green ones can go out of the way. We just move those over a little bit. Put our pin behind them. And now we're bringing the green ones down from the bottom of the first rows. And we're also bringing in our new colours. So we have another gold and a red this time, and 2 light greens. So let's see how this goes. So we've already done number 1 because this forms part of the bottom of that one. So now we need to make this top corner over here. So that's cloth stitch and twist. That's what we're doing with that one. There's no pin on this one. She says reaching for a pin. Okay, so we don't need to do that bit there. Pull that gimp. There we go. Okay, now this one we're going to now do the diamond. So we've done top, or we've done that corner there, which is the bottom of one and the top of another. And we've done this one here, which is your top corner on this one here. And we're going to do this one next. Sorry, slight pause there as my son decided he needed KFC and would I like any. Anyway, back to the lace. So now we're going to do our diamond. So we're going to the top one there. So that's going to be a half stitch and a pin. Grab my pin. And then another half stitch to close. That's the top of that one. Give everything a little tension at this point. Okay, so that's the top one done. So then we're coming to this side next. Half stitch. I'm going to grab a pin. I'm going to put the pin in the point. Cover it with a half stitch. Give everything a tug. Other side. Half stitch. And then a pin, and then a half stitch, and then the bottom point, half stitch, and then a pin, and then a half stitch. And then all that is left for you to do is these 2 bottom corners with no pin, and they are just cloth stitch and twist. And then give everything a bit of a tug. Okay, now we had all greens at the top. It looks like we're going to have all reds and yellows at the bottom. Okay, so with this final one, because you've come down from this side and you've come down from this side, the first 2 corners are done for you. So you can get straight into working the diamond. Let's just get these green ones out of the way a little bit. We're going to start working this diamond in the middle. Okay. So first pin is this diamond at the top here. So we're doing half stitch, pin, half stitch, and then we'll go the other side to this one just because it shows you can do exactly the same. So we're just going to do this one here now. Half stitch, and then pin, and then half stitch, and then again on this side, half stitch, pin, half stitch. So your top half is done. Just going to do this point now, half stitch, pin, half stitch, and then the 2 bottom corners. So we're going to cloth stitch and twist. Give some nice tugging on that one there, and then cloth stitch and twist. And that is your Roseground completed. That's a 4 flower motif, 4 pin motif, whatever you would like to call that in particular. It is exactly the same as that there. However, with this one, as you can see the individual threads coming down and around, and you can follow them much more easily. It does look jumbled once you take it off the pins. That's the only thing with this particular method of using all the different colours. However, for a learning curve, this is much, much easier than trying to do everything in white on white. And then the rest of the bookmark is exactly the same as the spiders and diamonds bookmark that we did. So there'll be another cloth stitch diamond here and then another spider at the bottom just to even it out. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it made sense to you. I hope that you are now able to follow my instructions and do your own little Roseground. I will put some additional posts up on my YouTube channel just with some stills, and I'll also add the instructions to the comments and things like that down below. So if you like this, please subscribe. Ollie Bob's Crafts on YouTube. Like the video, send me a comment. If you didn't like it, tell me why. If you couldn't understand it, please let me know and I will redo them. These videos are for you guys, and I hope they help. And this is the first video of 2025. So Happy New Year to everybody.